tune in next week for more fuckery because we have some serious questions and concerns.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
It's Misty.
It's Dani.
And despite the fact that we started recording this or sitting down to record an hour ago, we're just now starting. So, today we are watching a Halloween classic in the form of Hocus Pocus, the first one.
It is amazing how much this movie took off in the last couple of years. Like, up until then, no one ever talked about this movie.
That's true.
And, like, within the last couple of years, it's gotten so much hype. And I'm just like, what happened? Like, I don't understand. I'm not complaining, but what happened?
I know this is, like, one of your favorite movies. I have seen it a couple times. I would say 2. I wouldn't say 3 times. I'm not sure. It's been a really long time since I've seen this movie. I know I've seen it like it probably at least twice, but I don't know if I've seen it more than that or not.
I've seen it so many times.
Yeah. Like, you guys have excellent Halloween costumes of the witches.
Yes, the 3 of us were the Sanderson Sisters. It was amazing.
Yeah. I do question how these women who look so very, very different are related in any way. But I guess you can go with, like, Sisters of the Covenant kind of a situation rather than blood sisters, because one of them's a ginger, one of them's a blonde, and the other one has black hair. So it was either I was gonna say, like, either all of them inherited the features directly of their fathers, or like at least one of their parents. But yeah, this is easily a Halloween classic. I have not seen Hocus Pocus 2. I know that's a recent, like, came out situation.
Meh.
But I have not seen Hocus Pocus 2.
Meh.
Yeah, sequels like that usually are, though. So, but yeah, today all of you can look forward to this 1993
classic
Halloween classic.
1993.
It's almost as old as both of us. So, but to be fair, from the poster material I saw of the Hocus Pocus 2, like, they all look pretty much the same. Like, they didn't seem to look very different. Like,
yeah, they look very much the same. Kathy Najimy is thinner. Bette Midler. Sorry.
Bette Midler?
Yeah. You can see the aging on her and Sarah, but they all look the same for the most part.
Yeah, as I said, for the most part, they all look pretty much the same. Like, if you would have, like, told me these movies were much closer together, I would have believed you. So, like, you could tell some time passes, but it's not nearly like these women aged well. So I'll give them that.
Yes, they did.
It's all that witchcraft. So, but yeah, I hope you guys are ready for some magical, spooky goodness as we jump in to Hocus Pocus.
Let's jump into the witchcraft. Let's go.
1693 with the Leo symbol on it.
And Taurus and Gemini. I saw those.
And what is either a cat or an angry squirrel.
It took me forever to realize that the voice of Thackery Binx and the actor were not the same.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever paid attention to that. Okay. Point that out to me when it happens.
Okay. You've seen NCIS, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Thackery Binx it's McGee.
Is it?
That's McGee. Look at that face. That is McGee.
Son of a bitch.
That is McGee.
Listeners, I'm not saying anything because my mouth just is open. Son of a bitch, it's McGee.
Mm-hmm. That's McGee. Also, I had the same reaction when I found out that was McGee.
I thought I had never seen McGee in anything before.
No, you have. Now you know McGee's voice.
I recognize his face too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not his voice?
That is his voice. That
Yeah.
is McGee. When he turns into a cat, it's not him.
Oh.
When Thackery becomes Binx, the cat, it's a different voice.
Oh, okay.
And you know the voice.
Child. What the heck? Why?
Oh, he just
That's what you get for running around half floofy through the woods. I'm pretty sure I have dresses that aren't as flowy as that shirt is.
Is when I got older and I realized that this is McGee, that I realized why I had such a crush on McGee in the show. I'm like, because I had a crush on Thackery Binx. Thackery, where are your shoes?
Why does the house have a moat?
You wouldn't want a moat?
Oh, I didn't say I wouldn't want a moat. It's just a little strange half one in the middle of the woods.
I mean, this is Salem in the 1600s.
Fair.
Oh, look at that aging face. All of them have their gray hair. Another glorious morning. Makes me sick! I'm coming when you're in.
Right away!
Wake up! Wake up, little book! Wake up, darling.
That's where that book is from. I saw that book at a convention. I think it was at MegaCon, and I'm like, that looks familiar, but I can't figure out why.
Yeah. It's book!
Like, these older versions of them, like, when they actually recorded Hocus Pocus 2, they still look a lot better than the versions of them.
Yeah, because they're playing off the witches are ugly.
Uh-huh.
Dash of pox in a dead man's toe. A fresh
that
one.
Lipstick, though. Like, where it's only part of your mouth. Whew.
That's her thing. That's how I did my makeup, too. I just did right there on the lips.
Uh-huh.
No, you don't like
toes.
You need to concentrate. I love Mary. I didn't growing up. Like, Winnie was always my favorite. And then as I got older, I'm like, oh no. No, I fucking love Mary. Oh, child. What does that call that? Child.
Maybe for our Halloween live instead, we should just have you and Aaron and Geneva reenact the entirety of this movie.
I got a spell book and everything.
Yeah.
And her life will be mine. I mean, ours. And now is when Thackery decides to, nope, I must thwart them now. Like, Sarah is like, boy, I will play with it. And Winnie's like, get away from my cauldron.
I would also be super mad, like, if he, like, ruined this gigantic pot of something I'd been working on.
Right? Now, when he becomes a cat, watch the voice. And tell me where you know the voice from. I think it's appropriate to have Winnifred join us.
Oh, cute.
Or Winnifred.
Winnifred, that's cute. A little Minnie is Winnifred.
Oh, and also, her
dress
lights
cool.
up!
That's pretty. I like that. Did you guys get that recently?
Yeah, when we went to Disney for Aaron's birthday and we got all the stuff.
That's cool, though.
We got everything that everybody wanted. And then guess what? Like, a week and a half later or something, everything was sold out in the park.
Wow.
Like, no new shipments, nothing. Like, they're done.
Jesus, okay.
We got lucky. We got fucking lucky the day we went.
Selling out in September, man.
Mm-hmm. We're young! Well, younger. Children in Salem? Called her a hag.
What did you hear what he called you? Okay.
Sarah, the horny one. Can I play with him?
It's like, Sarah, like, we're not aware of how old he is, so, like, keep it together.
He's a child. It doesn't matter. As long as it's a boy, she wants it.
Yeah, let's even in the 1600s, let's try to imply some consent laws here.
Enough. Bend the bones and break the back. I mean, granted, this is a harsher punishment to live forever with guilt.
Yeah, that's valid.
Mama's baby fat. Him fur black is black. That's cat yowling. Why the barking?
I don't know.
I mean, that is what Mary does. She barks. But still. Daughters of Darkness. Yeah, just throw a rag on it. And, like, just over her face. Not forget that she's got, like, a nightgown and shit on. Just her face. Winifred just like choking Sarah as she's being a complete
She's
dunce.
like, shut up! You're incriminating us.
Cat's got my tongue! Little inside joke. Where be my son Thackery? I don't know, cat's got my tongue. Ah. Thrice with mercury I purify and spit upon the 12 tables?
Okay. My ungodly box speaks to you.
Is that what it said? Is that what it wrote? Box?
Yeah, it says box. My ungodly box.
Well, like, it's a book. Okay, closed captioning. They couldn't have died that quickly when they didn't really drop.
No, they'd have to
hard.
drop harder than that, yeah. I do like Winnifred's shoes, though.
Oh, yeah. You're the beast.
I always thought it was Thackery Binx. It's Thackery.
Yeah, it's Thackery.
Thackery Binx, okay.
I also thought it was Zachary, but I'm like, no, it's Thackery.
Thackery. I've never heard that word.
Thackery. Thackery Binx. Come back to life.
Wish the teachers I'd had been that interesting.
Right? I wish they were that interesting. I love her too. Would you like to share your California laid-back, tie-dyed ideas, sir? Stuff. He called it stuff.
Stuff.
Halloween was invented by the candy company.
And he gets schooled by some chick.
Yeah. The same chick that he tries to get her number. It's like, really? She just schooled you, and you're gonna go, call me, idiot. I swear, boys are stupid.
You boys are morons, Lord. She makes you look like an idiot because you're a jackass, and you just ask, like, you give her your number. I guess it's better than asking for hers because you knew she'd say no, but still.
The cockiness
Also,
of, like,
there's no zip code or, like, area code in front of that phone number.
It's just
like, that's how long ago it was, is you didn't have area codes. Like, I very briefly remember there not being area codes in front of phone numbers. And every Gen Z that's listening to that just tilted their fucking heads. Yeah, there was a point in time when there weren't area codes, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we didn't have area codes until I think right before we moved out of Vegas. I don't think we had area codes.
Okay. I still remember our first house number. Like, we've been in the same house, but, like, we've changed phone numbers. But yeah. I still remember.
She gave him his own phone number back.
Yeah. Same piece of paper. She's like, fucking no.
She's just like, here you go. I don't want this.
She's like, sorry,
like, throw away my throw away my trash for me. Also, how far does this kid go for school?
I was gonna say, why doesn't he go on, like, you know, the roads?
Oh, you mean, like, why does he, like, traverse through a graveyard, a forest, over some rocks?
Yeah. And these...
What the fuck are these idiots?
The fat one's name is Ice. And tell me that this blonde...
Dude!
Yeah, I know. Tell me that the blonde one doesn't kind of look like he could be a Franco.
Franco?
Mm-hmm.
You have to connect those dots for me.
Oh, like a Franco brother. James Franco, Dave Franco.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay.
It's like the ugly stepchild of the Francos.
I could see that.
Hollywood! And I don't understand why the fuck these two are hanging out in a graveyard and why they take his shoes.
He has the word ice shaved into the back of his head.
Yeah, that's his new name.
I'm sorry. Did everybody else miss the fact that man was feeling up on his legs? Like, he was just stroking that man's calf, just all up in his business.
Oh my god.
'Cause, okay.
You know,
okay, but, like, he went from one side of the town to the other side of the town, but went way out and around to do it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That guy is so tall. Jesus.
Who, the dad?
Yeah.
The mom's like, he wasn't wearing shoes.
The dad's like, it must be some form of protest. I highly doubt that.
It's like, these parents, I swear, were like the epitome of the 90s parents. Like, oh,
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah. What is that wallpaper though? Like it looks like it's ships or something. You have to watch that wall right there. It looks like it's like nautical ships, like wooden nautical ships.
And now we're just gonna sit with our pillow and pretend our pillow is Allison.
See,
It's
ships.
I see it.
Also, how was she home before him? I mean, granted, he took a detour to get his shoes stolen, but still.
Dani is like the best. Like this little girl has zero fucks.
Yeah.
She's like, it's my first time going trick-or-treating in this new place. And it's a full moon. You can't.
And the weirdos are out. And like the kid makes a lot of accurate points. She'll get lost. There's fucking weirdos out there. Like, how bad would you feel if some freak kidnapped her because you were too lazy to get off your ass to go trick-or-treating with her?
Because you're upset that you got your shoe stolen because you went through a fucking graveyard.
Like
instead of just taking the straight shot home.
You were humbled twice today. Learn something. His room has stairs.
His room's got the little like light tower thing up top. That thing up there. Yeah.
It's the way cool. She screamed. Fuck.
Oh man. That is like the perfect little sister move. It's just like
Also, how do they already have a painting of their house? Like already. There's a painting of that house. They are still unpacking, but they took the time to get a painting commission.
Unless the house came with it.
Did you see that look? The big sunglasses and the hat tilted to one side with the bomber jacket.
Yep. The dad's just like, be hip. It's like, Dad, please stop.
Oh.
He's being such a... I get it. You're a teenager. You are upset. You're out trick-or-treating with your sister. Like, come on. And these fuckers are just harassing children. Like, the complete pedophiles they are for their candy.
And they also destroyed part of that person's decorations.
Yeah, you think they care?
I like how she immediately just calls for him and not knowing what happened to this man earlier.
He looks like he could be a Franco, and
that's valid though. If the Francos are related to Lucius Malfoy.
Fair. Very, very fair. He's a little leaguer.
Oh, she's not helping. She's making it so much worse.
Stuff it, zit face. Asshole. The shoes fit great. Should have punched him. He would have killed me.
At least you would have died like a man. Wow.
Dani is the best. She is the best thing in this movie other than Binx.
Like, yeah, you were a dick and now you're surprised that she's unhappy.
Men.
Honestly. Doesn't matter what age they are.
Men. I can't wait to start wearing my my Dani inspired jacket.
Oh yeah?
I love it so much.
That'll be cool. Also, the precariousness of having multiple lit pumpkins on a stack of hay. Like, they did not give a fuck in the 90s.
Nah.
Safety was not a concern until the year 2000 hit. Y2K shocked people into safety hazards.
It's true. It's so fucking true. Y2K shocked everyone into safety. But now he's being a good big brother.
It's like not the world's worst brother, but like you do have to like quit hanging out in these people's like
front yards.
Days of hail, yeah.
Boring rich people stuff. They'll probably make you bob for apples.
I like how they don't knock; they just open the fucking door. Like, hello.
It's just like, it's rich people. It's like, oh look, jackpot candy. Let's go. Oh, Allison. And he's like, oh fuck.
She's determined to embarrass him in front of literally the whole school tonight.
That's her job for everything. Do you want some cider? Sure. No.
It's like, yeah, rich people cider.
Am I gonna get drunk? Is it laced?
At least he didn't spill any out of his mouth and like down his shirt.
Like Harry, when Cho Chang looked at him from across the Great Hall.
Uh-huh.
What do you call him, Max? Yabos.
Dani, what the fuck? Like, you were the worst wing girl ever.
Yeah. likes her yabos.
He's like, let's go to this haunted and cursed place.
Make a believer out of me. Also,
her Allison's costume is fucking horrendous. Like,
yeah.
it looks like she's the ghost of a bride that died young. Like, Jesus.
You know what? It's now that I look at it more, it's like looking at the first version of Elizabeth Swann's dress from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. It also has a cape attached to the back of it, weirdly, for some reason. And I've never seen a period dress like that has a cape attached to the back. Where it's not like she's wearing it. It's just literally attached to, like, the back of the neck of her outfit. It's weird.
This also, one didn't listen to Edna. No capes.
I also love her, like, Dani's little chocolate design thing that's of Winnifred. It was really cute.
Oh, yeah.
I like how the house is literally just right there. It's been several hundred years and no greedy landowner accidentally, like, tore it down or something.
Right? It's they turned it into a museum, and Allison's mom has the keys to the museum. That's why they're there.
There's a light switch in it now.
Oh, yeah. He turns on that lighter, like, he flicks that lighter as if he's a seasoned smoker.
He's a Chad. This is a Chad in the making.
Yeah, you're right. This is a Chad. Also, now, as an archaeologist,
yes,
if you were to come into this house, like, as the first person to find it after, you know, whatever, right? Yeah. And you saw the book. Would you just leave it there? In like here, let's turn it into a set piece like they did here. Just a pane of glass.
Well, I'd have to examine it to see what it is first and whether or not it has significance for the rest of the place. If it did, I would probably put it on display but pick a page to open it to. And then you can display it that way. You have to be careful about the lighting, though, because it'll ruin the pages pretty fast. So you'd have to alternate pages pretty regularly.
Well, in this world, like, this is a magic book. Spells. Would you really leave it open to a specific page so everyone and mother can just say that spell wherever they go?
Well, you have to take into account that it probably wouldn't believe it was real because there's no evidence that magic is real. So, yeah.
Okay.
I would read the page, though, to maybe, like, hey, an introduction to, like, cat summoning or something.
Okay. Now, listen to the cat's voice and tell me where you recognize it from, because it's not McGee. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus. Max, have you ever seen a flame light black?
I like how he just, like,
What'd you expect, idiot? And, like, now it's just earthquake.
Like, now would be a good time to go.
Ominous green filling the room.
I wonder what this dude looks like now as an adult.
Not attractive.
I like how she looks at him. She's like, a virgin lit the candle, moron.
What happened? You happened.
It's like your lack of game started a curse on this place.
We are home.
I wonder how much work and how much filming it took to get the cat movements just right. Like, to get that cat to move this correctly.
My lucky rat tail. There's been a rat tail hanging on that beam for like 300 years.
Ew.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
The weirdness part of that is, like, she says she missed the book, which means she was probably aware the entire time she was gone.
I think they were. Because, like, it said, you know, because they would come back. Just the smack on the fucking table.
I love Dani. She's immediately she's gonna go with it.
Such a pretty little child. That took a lot for Winnie to say.
Yeah.
Shishka baby.
Shishka baby.
That was, so the cookbook that I found that I was showing you pictures of, one of the meals was called Shishka baby.
They've been gone 300 years.
And this is where Dani overkills. Yeah.
I like how Dani just plays along so hard.
It's like, I'm not hungry.
They keep getting interrupted by guys trying to save their sisters.
You think they realize the theme here?
Yeah.
You, there.
You, there.
From wall to floor. Goodbye. Witch's broom. Mary.
I like how she even knows her name because she remembers her mom's like stuff from the museum. She hits her with the candy. Go, Dani. Also, the girls saved the day because the guy was absolutely fucking useless.
Oh, Max is useless here.
Yeah.
Like, Allison and Dani are the heroes. You must suffer the consequences. The burning rain of death.
The burning rain of death.
He makes fire in his hands.
He summoned water.
But they don't know what
the sprinkler system is. It's a cat talking to you.
The cat's just like, let's go!
Like, get your shit together, boy! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Did you recognize the voice?
Oh, it sounds so familiar. Give me a hint. Is it another Disney movie or... Why is my first thought the Extremely Goofy movie? Like Max. But it's... Is it?
It's Max.
Is it?
It's Max!
I can't believe I got that. Fuck! I never get that shit right.
That is Max.
Never, ever get that shit right. I have done 2 impressive things today. I did math in my head.
And you figured it out, a celebrity.
And I figured out a celebrity. That is it. I have peaked. It's all downhill from here.
I love how they're like, it's a black river, and Winnie just throws Sarah. She's like, go test it.
She's like,
we did this walk. We did the walk.
Like, nope. Fire truck incoming. Time to leave. Don't know what that is.
It's like, whoa, you want to go to the graveyard? And that's like, yeah, by the way, the thing talks.
It's like, yeah, the cat's not the weirdest thing you've encountered today. Let's be honest here.
Like, I will say, though, in the second one, I was happy that they all came back. Not Max and Dani and Allison.
Yeah.
But Winnifred, Mary, Sarah, and Billy.
I think that's cool, too, because, like, it's... Like, it wouldn't have been the same, but it also did so much for their careers so long ago, too. Yeah. So, like, I think it's just a good thing. I don't think they would have done it, or at least I don't think they should have done it if it wasn't going to be all 3 of the originals.
Yeah. So in the second movie, they explain Billy and Winnifred's relationship.
Okay.
And how they were never together. Billy liked Sarah, and Sarah would just fuck anybody. Mm. And Winnie really wanted Billy.
Yeah.
But he never wanted her.
Ah, okay. Sarah just fucking eats a spider.
Yeah, that's Sarah.
Isn't that the actress's actual name too, Sarah? Sarah Jessica
Parker, yeah.
Yeah. Pudding!
Every time I hear the word pudding, all I think of is Dean.
Pudding! I think of pudding cakes.
Yeah, no, I think of Dean. Dropping his pants.
Well, both are Winchester related. So, my pudding cakes, my cat, his name is Samuel Winchester, and then there's your pudding. It's like, oh my god.
Winnifred's telling this whole like thing, and Sarah's like, "What? Explain what?" Look at that CGI cat.
I know. To be fair, it's not awful.
No,
like,
it's not.
The very
great.
first scene they had this cat in, that was awful. But this is much better.
Yeah, nice going, Airhead. You lit the candle. 3 ancient hags. Man, he really likes that word.
Uh-huh.
Stay out of the book! Gonna try and light it on fire, and like, you really think we didn't try that?
Yeah, no shit. It's like, you moron. How often do I have to say this? Magic! Magic!
It's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
I wonder how embarrassing it is that they keep calling him Virgin.
Must be annoying, right?
It's just like, I don't think it would bother him so much if it wasn't for the girl like he really liked.
You're still alive? It's like, you made him immortal. Like, how is he supposed to die?
Right?
They can't step on hallowed ground, but they can fly over it.
Yeah, they just literally just have to not touch it. It's not hallowed air, unfortunately.
Right? Unfortunately. Twist thy fingers towards the sky. On thy feet, so saith I. I love how
Like,
rhymey everything is.
Like, I don't need no zombies, thanks.
I have the Billy Butcherson headstone.
You have the what?
The Billy Butcherson like gravestone.
Oh, that's cool. Just all looking at each other before they take a moment to scream.
Billy's like, fuck. I'm back. See, look at his face. He's like, hi, Sarah. He's like, ah, fuck, Winnifred.
It's like, and I wonder why he didn't like you, Winnie. They're screaming at him like that.
Smart. Just lob his head off. He's like,
It's the only smart thing Max has done so far.
But Billy's look of like, oh shit. No, don't do it. Oh shit.
Uh-huh. What is it with this kid and the fire? It's gotten you in enough trouble. Don't light the roof on fire.
It's the old Salem crypt, and they're just like skeletons hanging up. Relax, we're fine. I've hunted mice down here for years.
I think I would alternate between like being like a street cat and then being like a pet for a little while, you know?
Right? Go get run over when you're sick of the family, and then when they think you're dead, just move on.
I think maybe just like sneaking out one day would be fine. No need to traumatize the whole family. Like, I don't think that's necessary, but yeah, I guess.
Like, you just disappear one night, they'll never know what happened to you. But if they see you get crushed,
or like just slowly start, saying that you want out a lot and start wandering off for longer periods of time before you just stop coming back. Like, I think that's fine.
Dragging Mary by the ear.
Like Sarah is just hanging off the gate. Woo! It makes you wonder if they gave them a script or they just let them walk around. Just do what you want. Like, they gave everybody except for Sarah a script. Just do what you want.
Look at her. She's just like in space. I suggest we serve a calming circle. And that's where I put my thinking from. I am calm!
That's you and me. Ha! I'm calm! This is calm! Can't you tell I'm calm?
Right? We should do that every time we get, like, we're trying to calm down, just...
Summoning the dark forces! I'm summoning the dark forces!
Think soothing thoughts.
Imagine if we
decided
to do that. And
Black
we were pissed one day and we were in public and we just do that. And just go in a circle, hailing soothing thoughts.
Rabid bats. Plague. This guy's a perv. The bus driver. A bus.
It's like, I call it a bus.
The purpose to convey the bus's purpose is to convey you to your most thing desires. We desire children. And look at him. Look what he says. It might take me a couple of tries, but I don't think it'll be a problem.
The bus is not a step up from the brooms at all.
But what he said just went over so many of our heads as kids.
Oh, yeah.
Like, give me a couple tries and we can make it happen.
Why are these children not fucking quiet? Oh my god. They're so loud. The basilisk in there can hear them. Jesus. The zombies following them like echolocation.
I want to believe that Johnny Depp took his Jack Sparrow inspiration from Billy Butcherson.
It's fair.
Like, this traumatized me as a child. I'm like, oh my god, Binx is dead! Beep beep.
Yeah, that was definitely very traumatizing as a child of seeing that. Just like, the fuck.
And then he just inhales, inflates again. I hate it when that happens. Can I have Binx as a cat? Like, I want him to live forever. Outlive me! Cupcake. Don't call me Cupcake. You would hate me in the morning.
Odds bodykins. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but that's just what she says.
What are those? Hobgoblins. A little girl just as an angel just goes up to Sarah and just goes, bless you. And Sarah just freaks the fuck out.
I'm sorry. I can't get past the girl dressed as Mrs. Potts. You see that Mrs. Potts costume?
Hang on, let's go.
Because, God.
Yeah.
Look at that Mrs. Potts costume. It's so floppy for one thing. But also, I don't remember that costume growing up as a child.
There's Sonic. Mother. fun fact, the actors that play Satan and Satan's wife are actually siblings in real life.
Okay.
Look what he's wearing, like red boxer shorts over red pajama pants.
But also, like, this implies that they know Satan.
Of course, they're witches.
Met Satan.
This is a dick move, this officer shit.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but on his patch, like on his arm, it has a witch on a broom. Like on the patch on this officer's
I see
arm,
it.
like it's the logo for the city is a patch with a witch on it.
Witch riding a broom.
Sure.
Because that says official. Also, I don't see any kind of like logo on the bike that would say Salem PD.
There isn't anything really on him at all that says that he's an officer. You do just kind of assume he's an officer based on the logo on his shoulder and the weird stripiness of his pants. Look how many layers that kid is wearing, though. It's at least 3. That is an early 90s thing. Now, not as bad as the early 2000s, mind you. But he is wearing a t-shirt with another t-shirt on top of it.
And a jacket.
And a jacket.
It's so funny, Eddie. As she laughs in her golden...
hooker outfit?
Yeah.
Also, 300 years, his body should have been decayed a lot more than it is. The zombies. Like, that is not the proper level of decay. Like, that's about 50 years worth of decay right there, not 300.
Yeah. And it's not like the things of today, where it's like the concrete box and this and that. That was just the wooden box in the ground.
They think she married Medusa.
Yeah, we'll be younger in the morning. Yeah, sure, me too. Get out. And here are little girls who are
dressed like the Sanderson sisters.
And goodbye.
And just steal. Like, they just fucking steal. Oh my god, you see that clock on the mantelpiece? Tell me that every fucking older person house in the 90s had that stupid clock that for some reason had those little gold balls in the middle of it that slowly spun and most of the time didn't work. Yeah, you're right. A rotten dog lives here.
She's in the kitchen and she just goes, a torture chamber.
I do like that giant, like, fireplace oven area.
Right.
And your husband is sluttily dancing with a
wedge.
And her skirts are in the air.
Get out of my house!
Puddin' face. Wow.
Thou shalt not speak to master in such a manner. Should I wait till wait till you see what I call you in the morning? Make us. What she pulls is what you would do. Tells the dog to sick him.
That's fair. That's fair. It might have taken a little bit of a little bit of a taste from like Pokemon Misty and just grab somebody by the ear and just kind of drag them along. You're gonna get the fuck out of my house
right now. Ew, it's candy. Why would the master give us candy? I am so sorry to all of our listeners that I'm just saying this movie back and forth.
I mean, they can't hear it at the moment unless they're watching it, so go
That's
for
true. It. That's true. So, I take it back. Come on.
Oh, God, you caught her in the stomach.
Mom and Dad are at I'm guessing the school gym or whatever, because there's a fucking party going on.
Is this Salem, Massachusetts, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, it almost have to be like early 1600s like that. You know, it'd be really funny is if they showed up here and found out that their dad was one of the singers.
No, their dad is Dadkula. It's not dad. It's Dadkula. Yeah.
Dadkula. Wow. That is the peak of Halloween dad jokes right there. Dadkula.
Wait till you see the mom. Gator's like, nah, I ain't your mom.
Why is the gator dancing on his knees?
There you go. There's mom. Madonna.
Why does she keep putting her hand on her head like that?
I guess it's a Madonna thing. She's like, you see this cat? It can talk. We did this, we did that. And the mom's response is like, how much candy have you had, sweetie? I haven't OD'd.
She's like, Mom, I haven't OD'd. Why does your 8-year-old child know what ODing is? I like how she's just like, let's find your father, because I cannot deal with this on my own. Why not, instead of going with the whole, like, witches and magic shit, why would you not just say some, like, ladies attacked us and are threatening us now?
No, we gotta tell the parents exactly what happened, and that's that, you know, we gotta...
And Winnifred's listening to the music, she's just like, oh.
Right? She's like, excuse me? And they're here. Nobody's here, sweetheart. Yes. Gaslight your children.
I hate parents who are like that who just immediately dismiss what their kids are saying. The fact that, like, it's not just the 8-year-old, it's your teenager too, who's trying to tell you something, who's just, like, kind of very important to them. Like, come on.
He's fine. He's not drunk.
Just like, why do they assume the worst about this kid? What does this kid do? Is this kid the reason they're here in Salem? That they had to leave LA? What was he doing back there? That, like, he inspires all of this, like, is he drunk? Is he on drugs? Like, is he, like, this, that, and the other thing? Like, what was he doing? What did Max do exactly?
Like, right? What did Max Dennison do? And now Winnifred puts the entire auditorium under a spell. 100 years. Right down to the day the witch is back, and there's hell to pay. Fell on you.
The music in this movie is really, really good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And the fact that Bette Midler is just having a fucking blast singing.
Right.
Gone, 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 so long.
These women didn't know what a road was like an hour ago, but they know what a microphone is and how to stand in front of one and sing into it. Sure. Because wherever their souls were trapped for the last 300 years, like, they didn't happen to see a road in that time, but they definitely, somebody spent some time educating them on how music works.
They had karaoke in hell.
I really don't like these parents. Like, just completely, you dismiss not only your daughter's worries, because she's obviously there because she's scared of something, but then you dismiss your own son and another teenager who you don't know, who has come up to you trying to tell you something is wrong. Like, why would you not at least go outside and have a conversation with them to try and figure out what the hell was going on? First of all, the kids shouldn't have brought up the music or the magical bullshit. They just should have said, like, some women attack them. But still.
The mom's fucking response, like, I wish we had a video camera. It's like, lady.
Honestly. No matter how insane my kids sounded, if they came up to me genuinely seeming to be very scared trying to tell me something, you'd listen. Because Jesus.
You'd listen.
Hey, look, there's Val's lobster traps.
It is true. It is Val's lobster traps. Uh-oh. I smell scrod. I smell an ocean dweller.
It's like, I smell fish.
When he's like, I don't want fish, I want kids. And the library scene is one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie.
Oh, yeah?
I recite that so much. I just go, bonjour. S'il vous plaît, un livre.
I like how they're looking at the school. Oh, it looks like a prison for children. First of all, you didn't have prisons like this in, like, the 1600s.
Also, not wrong, it is a prison for children.
Yeah, definitely not wrong. But then again, they knew what microphones were, so.
And Winnifred Sanderson.
Hag tracks?
I
wonder how much practice they had to do this. This back and forth. Yeah.
Bonjour. I would like a book. They're in the art studio. And they jump into the kiln.
I'm sorry, but no modern school has a giant walk-in kiln in it.
Not anymore.
No. In the 90s? Sure. Now that you could just have something that children could walk into and set themselves on fire with? No.
Hot, hot, hot!
Also, nowadays you definitely couldn't get into the school like that either.
Oh yeah, right? The school's gonna be unlocked at like fucking midnight?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No,
Oh,
gates around it, nothing.
Oh,
No.
the tranquility and safety of the early 90s.
When really there was a lot of shit going on in the 90s that wasn't safe. And yet, here we were.
True.
You think fire was gonna be enough to kill him?
Honestly.
Max is like, you can't keep blaming yourself for what happened to your sister. Oh yeah?
It's just like nothing's going to really humble you more than that.
Right?
It's just like take care of your sister. You don't know how it'll feel when she's gone.
You're a Dennison now, Binx. Binx
like,
Dennison doesn't quite fit right.
Does sound a little weird.
Mom and Dad are still getting fucking crunked at the party.
It's like we're covered in dirt. I brought a chick and a cat home.
And some creepy old book. Brought a creepy old book, a girl, ho 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 ho, and a cat that can talk. Milk and tuna fish every day.
Think you're going to turn me into one of those fat, useless house cats? Like, yeah, and
yes,
you've been struggling for 300 years. I think you deserve some tuna.
And these two are just now cuddling on like the bed or the stairs or whatever. Like, excuse me, you have a little sister in the room. Leave some space for Jesus.
Also, like, I guess I can see why Binx maybe didn't go, like, find families the whole time. Like, I think he's probably doing it because he was, like, punishing himself and all that, but
he would outlive them all.
Yeah, and, like, how sad would that be? Yeah. Just continuously outlive all these people you get attached to for their whole lives. Granted, eventually they would start to wonder, like, why this cat is not aging whatsoever, which is why you'd have to run away once in a while, but, like, it would be very uncomfortable to do it and have to stay in the same town.
I mean, there could be more than one black cat.
I know, but like I was thinking more along the lines of like like you could see these people that you really care about if you just go back to this house. But
I don't feel so good. Maybe you should stop eating fucking candy, you fat ass.
Maybe it's the fact that you realize you're in public wearing Cheeto pants. Or that you're hanging out with a dude who's wearing a skirt over his pants.
Why was I cursed with such idiot sisters?
Sarah's just like, just lucky, I guess.
That's not what she meant, Sarah!
Uh-oh, you called them ugly. Yeah, no, those kids deserve to be put in cages, to be fair. Like, okay. Nobody should be rescuing them.
Speaking of kids who deserve to be punished, what
a way to start a sentence! Speaking of kids that deserve to be trapped in cages and hung from a ceiling, yes, honey? Do tell! What's happening in your house?
Not my house! When I watched The Nun 2, the other day, there were these girls in the movie that were just horrible. And the entire time I'm going, God, I hope you're the first to die. They didn't die, but the one bitch got stabbed with Baphomet horns through her right shoulder.
Yeah.
It was a good movie, The Nun 2. Not as creepy as the first one.
Yeah.
But that's because like the first one set up the whole story and like
the
mystery of who this demon nun whatever is, right?
Yeah, that's
fair. So the second one we're just like trying to stop him from doing the next bad thing.
Yeah. But I feel like the first ones are almost always the creepiest ones.
Fair. My parents are gonna kill me because you were in bed with a boy?
Because it's 5 o'clock in the morning and you're not home yet?
That too.
Like, how long are they going to be able to hide the fact that the cat talks? Like, imagine, like, if the Sanderson sisters did die, right? And then, like, the parents come home and then they find out the cat fucking talks. Wouldn't you be like, was anything else you said yesterday maybe also true?
Right?
You're just like, yeah, I now also have this book made of human flesh. So...
We now possess a Necronomicon.
Also, why is it always... the chick at the last minute fucks everything up because she wants to do something stupid like open the book they're not supposed to open
because they're stupid teenagers. That's why.
As soon as it glows, why would you not close it?
Close it, right? We need to watch The Evil Dead.
What's the Evil Dead?
Oh my god, The Evil Dead is... So there's 3 of them. It's such a B-rated film. Like, it is one of my favorite, like, horror movies out there. There's The Evil Dead, The Evil Dead 2, and the third one, Army of Darkness, is nothing but one-liners. Nothing but one-liners. It is so fucking funny.
Okay.
And Bruce Campbell is the main character, and oh my god, I love him. I think it's in the second one where he turns his arm, like, from the wrist up into, like, a shotgun, or, like, a saw or something.
So
it gets,
it's,
like, taken off.
the Sharknado of horror movies?
Yeah, but better.
I saw that look in your face. It's just like, shit.
But better. So much better.
I like how one of them's flying on a mop.
Oh, yeah. And Mary gets the vacuum.
And Mary gets a vacuum.
In the new one, Mary gets a Swiffer. No, sorry. Mary gets 2 Roombas. 1 for each foot. I think Sarah gets the Swiffer.
No, that's funny.
Yeah. Mary just shows up with 2 Roombas on her feet.
What part of glowing do they not understand with this book?
Stupid. Cat's like swatting at them. Stop trying to help. Nothing from the book can help.
And it's like, stop turning the place into a giant fucking lighthouse.
Maybe we should go now. It's now, what, 6 a.m. and you're still not home?
Mm-hmm. She was so worried about the fact that her parents were going to kill her earlier, but now she's fine to sit there and fuck around with a book she's not supposed to touch. Does it not worry you that it's 5 in the morning and your parents still aren't home?
No, it's just weird. I feel a lot safer walking home if we had some salt.
Oh, look at that old 7-Up logo.
Yeah. What's the salt say? What every pack of Morton salt says. Like, you think it says.
I like how, like, it's like, she's like, the salt will protect you from zombies and witches and old boyfriends. And he's like, what about new boyfriends? The look she gives him at first is disgusted. It's absolutely disgusted. Like, ugh.
And then and then she leans in for the kiss.
Then they realize something's fucking wrong. Where's your sister, moron?
Right? She was on the bed. In a couple of hours, they learn the colloquialisms, and Sarah's just in the bed going, trick or treat!
Uh-huh.
Boy down. Like, everyone...
Why are you just flinging it willy-nilly? They said salt circle.
Yeah, literally, it said a circle of salt, and you're just flapping it around. Just Sarah.
You just let them take the little girl like that. Like, you didn't even put up a fight. How are you going to explain the fact that the roof is gone to your parents?
When your parents get back. What the fuck happened about that? So you know how we told you about those evil witches and the magic that you didn't believe us about? They did that.
It's just like, are you aware of the fact that we told you some crazy bitches were after us and you just didn't listen?
How you said you wish you had a video camera instead?
Uh-huh.
Call the little brats to die! I love this song.
Is this the thing I remember most about this movie? Is this song?
Song?
Uh-huh.
Come, little children, the time's come to play. Here
It's 5 in the morning. Why are these kids still out?
Well, they're in their PJs. Look at them. They were all in bed.
Some of them are still in costume. What the fuck are these kids doing at 5 in the morning?
Party hard in Salem.
I guess.
Yeah, just yelling at the kids that are completely zombified. Don't listen to her. That's gonna work. Gonna work. Now, I will say that in the second one, I'm really annoyed that they made it look like there'll be a third one. And I'm just like, please no.
Yeah.
I don't need a third one.
Like, the first one was fine.
The first one was great. The second one wasn't bad, except the one thing that I didn't like about it was the fact that they turned Winnifred good. Like, at the end, she was just like, oh, I want my sisters. Like, it's all from I don't want to be without my sisters. Like, Winnifred fucking Sanderson does not give a shit. She wants power.
Yeah.
Like, she don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you're gonna turn around and tell me, oh no, she's gonna give up all these powers just so she can have her sisters.
No.
That's not how Winnifred works. I love how Mary's feeding the kids and Sarah is just like poking the Franco lookalike with a pitchfork in the ass.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know what? One of them's gonna have fun by feeding the other one, and the other one's just gonna start repetitively stabbing one in the ass.
Ice is gonna be like, I no more candy, no more candy. No, you must be plump.
It's kind of a shame that like they didn't bring like Dani back, because I bet she's a kick-ass adult.
Right? She's hot, man. Like, she had one hell of a glow up.
Yeah.
Like, she's cute, and now she's hot.
That's cool.
Hot cat, hot cat. And Dani's smart. She bit Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Again. Prepare to die. Again. This reminds me of Riley Poole from National Treasure. There's one thing I know that you don't. Yeah, Riley, what's that? Daylight savings time.
They're like, daylight savings time. Also, why are the headlights on this car red?
Oh, you'll see why. It was done on purpose. It hurt.
Hot cat, hot cat.
You let me out of here, man. Nah, you can stay there. Help us out, Hollywood.
I love the fact that he's so petty. He just
took his shoes back. Yep.
He just takes the shoes.
That's why they're red.
She's so petty. She's like, I want to see her turn to dust. And Dani's like, oh, it's not real. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, destroy property. It's fine.
Yeah, with a kid who probably has not had any instructions in driving yet. She's like, my potion, my beautiful potion.
I mean, again, case in point. That's all that Winnie cares about. Power.
There's enough left for one child.
I wonder who they're gonna pick. We have a child. And
like,
we
look
have
at all
more.
these kids.
I love how disheveled her hair gets when she's angry.
Uh-huh. She's like, we don't have time to make another potion.
She called me ugly. She really hurt my feelings. She just wipes her snot on Sarah's arm. Yeah, Max, who's had no formal training, step on it!
Yeah, right? Watch the road, moron. Like, yeah, now they're following you. Now they know what a driver's permit is. They know what the road was, but no, they know what a driver's permit is. That's fine.
Resisting arrest? Yes, back to the cemetery.
It's like, because that went so well the first time.
Oh, and here's Billy.
What is he threatening him with?
A pocket knife.
The world's shortest pocket knife.
It's a Swiss Army knife, I think. He hasn't, opened it up yet. This Billy's like, give me the knife! Give me the knife!
Put some wiggle in it.
Those are real moths that just came out of his mouth.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I thought it was cloth that he was just spitting out.
Nope, those were real moths in his mouth.
Oh, fuck that. He cuts, the strings holding his mouth closed open so he could bitch at Winnifred.
Everyone's petty in this film.
Wench.
Trollop.
Why didn't she fly over the thing now? Because, they can before.
Who knows?
He's a good zombie.
And Dani's immediately like, hi, Billy.
She's like, Dani looks mad she wasn't allowed to beat the shit out of a zombie, to be fair.
Look at that ad placement, that Nike.
For Nike. They're just gonna put her in a grave. That's good.
In Billy's grave. Gonna let a zombie pick you up, put you down.
Uh-huh.
And here they come. If anything, watching shows like Supernatural and Buffy and stuff only made us more aware of what to do when shit like this happens.
Put salt in a hula hoop.
I mean, yes.
Tip number 1 here on Sorry Not Sorry Generation for how to deal with the supernatural when they come after you. Take a hula hoop and fill it completely with salt so that you always have a handy dandy portable salt ring that cannot be blown away.
There you go. If you're gonna make a summoning circle or a trap, paint. Use paint.
Yeah. Use
even chalk can be, rubbed away.
Yeah.
Paint!
Don't use chalk. If you live in a permanent residence, a nice thing to do would be to paint it directly onto your floor and then put a rug over it, especially around your doors. Or, and here's a fun one, put it on the bottom side of your rug or get a rug custom made into the shape of the summoning circle or the protection circle or whatever else you'd like it to be.
Fun facts, folks. We have all the tips and tricks for how to keep the demons away and how to keep them where you want them.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye, big brother!
Trolley mog?
I mean, sure, we'll go with it. People ugly!
Why would you not throw yourself, like, off the broom? Like, she doesn't have a hold of you now.
Smash it and she dies. Alright.
So he drinks it instead.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, she still could have killed the girl.
See? She even says, fool to die for thy sister.
Uh-huh.
Like, you're really gonna tell me in the second one that Winnifred Sanderson is like, oh, but I love my sisters.
That's true.
I would give up all this power, all this power for my sisters.
I don't think I believe that. I'd believe it from a lot of people. I don't think I'd believe it from her.
I would not believe it from Winnifred. Maybe from, like, Sarah or Mary.
Yeah, but maybe not from Winifred. They're holding onto the flying vacuum.
Right? They're just holding onto the cord.
Those are the slow-moving brooms I've ever seen on a witch. Maybe the magical vacuum doesn't go as far as you want it to.
It doesn't have enough horsepower. And there your sisters go into the sky. Now, remember how it said... Yeah, you know how it said that they can't step on hallowed ground?
Uh-huh.
She fell face first into it.
Uh-huh.
How is she not, like, melting or something?
Eventually, immediately evaporated. Maybe from the power that she's been absorbing from him?
Fair.
Shouldn't he be aging as this is happening, as she's taking the life force from him?
No, because all the other kids that she's done it to just died.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, now what's happening?
Oh yeah, the sun's rising. She turns into a statue.
Now she can be one of those creepy angels from Doctor Who.
Uh-oh. Bye-bye.
They all just go
Poof.
burst into a shower of an unenvironmentally friendly glitter.
Yep, and now it's when Binx dies, which just will forever crush my little soul.
I know. Poor kitty.
You gonna light the flame? You gonna light it again, virgin?
Dude, go get laid. For the sake of humanity.
Get laid. So when you try to light another candle, this shit don't happen.
I bet he never lights another candle for the rest of his life.
His wife says, let's light a candle for, like, our anniversary. Don't do it!
I bet they don't ever get candles. Like, no candles are allowed in their house for the rest of their life.
Have a nice sleep, Billy.
Billy just has a big old zombie yawn.
And falls right back into his grave. Now the question is, who's going to cover up the grave?
Yeah, what happens when, the graveyard keeper comes in the morning and just sees somebody dug up one of the bodies? And there's a bunch of things trashed.
Binx can't die as long as the Sanderson sisters' curse lives. Curse be over, Dani.
That is the saddest part of this movie, is that the cat dies.
Like, dies. Yeah. And there's Thackery.
I'm pretty sure after 300 years, he's probably just glad not to be...
A cat?
A cat.
How? How can they touch each other? One is a ghost or a spirit.
Also, why did they get another actor to do the voice?
I'm not sure. I think I read about it, but I don't remember why exactly they changed the voices. I mean, now it's back to being McGee.
Yeah.
And I have that on my bag. I shall always be with you.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know, isn't it gross? And I have a little Binx that just pops in and out of his little pouch.
That's cute.
And his little sister, Emily's going, what took you so long?
Honestly, she's just been waiting.
And he's like, well, Emily, I had to wait for a virgin to light a candle.
And it's just like, in all honesty, it would get so boring after a while, just waiting and waiting and waiting for some moron to light a candle. At that point, land developer had bought the place and demolished and destroyed everything.
I would assume Binx would just try to lure people there to have everyone try and light the candle. Find the virgin among them.
Oh, look, the parents are finally going home. Stumbling around like drunkards.
The spell finally wore off. Look at them. They're just like, I danced all fucking night.
Uh-huh.
I'm too old for this shit. And
the kids in
these
the
two
cages are
fuckers-
just still there.
No,
Come
yeah,
back
they're
in a
still.
few weeks to see if they're still alive.
Hello, book. Gosh, so long. Fucking love this film.
Oh, it's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
It is. And the thing I remember most about the movie is the music. It's specifically Sarah's song. I always remember that song. It's the main point I remember about the movie. But yeah, it's been a really long time since I've seen that movie. There's a lot of it I didn't remember. There's bits and pieces of it that I remember, especially them, like after the furnace scene and they're all like dancing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I definitely remember that. I remember the song and like a couple of the pieces, but there's a whole lot of it I don't remember. So that was cool.
I watch it every Halloween.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. We've been watching, like, in preparation for Halloween and stuff like that, we've been watching a lot, and there are a lot of Halloween baking competitions, which are pretty cool.
Oh.
There's cupcake wars and Halloween wars and pumpkin wars and like all of this, like these a whole bunch of different like Halloween themed like baking competitions. A lot of them include like pumpkin carving involved too, and some of it gets really, really, really intricate. I think it's not Pumpkin Wars, Halloween Wars. That's really, really good with that. You have to do baking and pumpkin carving, and like you make these huge things, and some of them are so cool looking. It's just really impressive. So
I don't know why, but like shit like that just doesn't interest me. Like just watching it, I'm like, I don't care. I'd rather do it.
That's fair. That's fair. I like to watch baking competitions. So mostly somebody who does not do a lot or almost any baking, can judge harshly other people's baking. I enjoy being judgy against people doing things that I definitely couldn't do. So, which is the point of competition shows.
That's totally fair.
So, yeah, that's the whole point of competition shows. It's just judging other people as they do these things.
Like that was horrible. How could you do something so bad?
It's just like, why didn't you do this instead? It's just like, could you do that? I don't know what it is, so no.
I don't even know what I'm judging. I just know that it's wrong.
It's just like, I haven't a clue. But yeah, I like watching baking competitions. I like watching baking competitions and home renovation shows. Those are really good. So
I do like the home renovation shows.
Yeah.
Because it just gives me inspiration.
For all of the things I'll never be able to do for a house, I'll never be able to afford.
Yeah.
Or like the house like hunting shows where they pick like houses and stuff like that. I like those too. So those are always a lot of fun.
I never understood those like house hunter shows. It was like, I'm a stay-at-home mom and he's a grocery store manager and we would like a 7-bedroom, 6-bathroom house with like 5 acres of land, and we only have $100,000 to we only have $100 to our name.
Yeah.
Huh?
Some of them are really bizarre. I like some of the ones my mom and I watched a couple different series where it was like house hunting in like Alaska or like in the middle of absolutely fucking nowhere, and like having electricity was a luxury kind of a thing, and some of them are really, really interesting. And then some of them are like, here are the places I'll never live. And, but some of them get really, really cool. I love watching the houses where they show you like these really sleek, cool, like black modern houses where like the houses are all like black on the outside. And they have like these nice wood accent to it. That's like, and massive windows. Oh, I love those. I love those. But this took a weird turn. We went from Hocus Pocus to house hunting shows.
I mean, this is our podcast, so
this is true. This is very true.
Nothing new.
Not at all. So
while I am embroidering,
I was just thinking to myself, like, she is perfecting her skills for when she gets like kidnapped and taken to like a Fey realm or whatever, so that she has those like princess
abilities.
Skills.
Yeah. Just like I'm useful.
There you go. It's not something I can do.
Kitchen. Put me in the kitchen. I'll be useful.
You put me on a battlefield. I'll be fine.
Put Misty on the battlefield. Put Ani in the kitchen.
This is like I can't embroider shit. I've never done that. I have basic repair sewing skills. I could do that. Because I've done some of that before. But that's like the cooking fully from scratch is not my forte. So not hand hand me a sword or like a bow or something, and we're gonna be better off. We're gonna be better off. You put me on a battlefield. We'll put Ani in like keeping everything else together.
I'll keep everybody fed.
Yeah, keep everybody fed and in clothing apparently. And
oh no, I can't sew things for like you. I can't put an outfit together. No.
Yeah.
But I can do useless embroidery.
You can make the holes in the clothes look pretty.
I mean, look at that.
And it's very nice. The ones that you've shown me before, you're very good at it. It's very impressive.
I've never done this shit before.
I have no clue how that would even begin. Not at all. So it's very impressive every time you show me one. And I'm like, wow, okay. Shit.
I mean, I'm just following literally, this is the picture.
Uh-huh.
And it tells you like which stitches and which are for where. And then right here in the back, it shows you how to do the stitches. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I can follow instructions.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing really good with it, so you can be very impressive if we ever get kidnapped and taken to like a fantasy style medieval world. Yep. Yeah, so we could be.
I would be a much better version of Elaine because I'm useful.
I don't know if that's the one I would have picked to embody, but sure.
I mean, I garden. I do embroidery.
It's fair. Do you see into the future?
No.
Okay, we're gonna have to work on that.
Okay. That's fine.
And like there's a big contradiction too of like you are useful and like
Elaine is not
like pain in the ass either, or like, and I don't have to sit there and wonder like, hey, you gonna be conscious today? Hello.
Anybody home?
Woohoo! Follow the finger back and forth. Back. Hello. Any lights on upstairs today? No. Okay. Same as yesterday.
There are no lights for Elaine.
Honestly. Would you be Elaine if she got ass, though?
Bitch, if I could, I'd be Nesta.
I mean, that's fair. So would I. I'm afraid I would be Nesta though, and I would just start taking over some shit. Like you just need to give me as Nesta, like pre-end of Silver Flames, because like some shit needs to happen. Preferably in which one's the pink one? Mist and Ruin? Is that the right one?
No, Wings and Ruin.
Wings and Ruin. There you go.
Right?
Maybe.
War? Yeah.
Yeah, the purple one. Preferably Nesta like at that point instead, because it goes downhill for her from there. So like, a lot of shit happens. Like give me the purple book Nesta, and like we'll go from there. So
that's fair, but shit gets better for Nesta.
True. It gets a lot worse first. I'd like to skip that part. I'd like to really skip the severe PTSD and the alcoholism and everything.
The alcoholism and the complete turn into whorishness. Yes, let's not.
Like I'd like to kind of like skip that. So like let's start one or two books back and go from there.
Yeah.
So definitely not starting in Frost and Starlight. Let's start pre-Frost and Starlight.
As long as I get Cassian, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm telling you, if we enter the ACOTAR world, it needs to be like ACOTAR starting. Like, so you can get Cassian early on. Like, you need Cassian first before he ever meets Nesta. You need to get a ring on that first. Because he strikes me as somebody who'd be loyal, even if, like, he found a mate later. So
you're saying we have to go to Prydian and find... Damn. And find them.
But Reese was a girl in that one.
Cassian was a fair folk.
And there was so much Tamlin involved. I'm afraid if we went into the ACOTAR world, especially like pre the actual ACOTAR book, I'd just have to fucking kill Tamlin. Like just right off the bat.
I mean, I don't think anyone would really say, "Oh, boo-hoo."
It's just turn to Lucian and be like, "Here you go, have your own fucking court. Deal with it. Just like, here you go. Wait till his dad and like his parents are dead, and then like just go like, here, Lucian, you can have Tamlin's court. The whole family's dead now.
I mean, you're already the emissary to the Spring Court. Just take the title.
Just take it over. Like, just come on. Just do the job.
Go piss off your stepdad.
Yeah, that's true.
Piss off your stepdad.
I forgot that was his stepdad. Oh my god. Somebody really needs to tell that man that Lucian and his real dad that, you know, hello. Somebody needs to
hi, your son's father actually is Helion.
Somebody really. I genuinely think if Helion knew, he would fucking start a war. So like, let's go. Let's just fucking go. I'm all down for that. Like, go fucking start a war for your mate and your kid, please. Thank you. And honestly, I just kind of think like it would be a good way for Eris to take over. Just be like, go for it.
Right?
I
can't wait to read more about Eris.
Honestly, he is somebody I would like a standalone book for. I want to know the autumn. First of all, I want to read about what it looks like, what the Autumn Court looks like. We haven't really had a lot of details on what it looks like, and I want to know.
No.
I want to know. At this point, I've read so much fan fiction set in the Autumn Court. I want to know. Like, this bitch might not have fucking finished Silver Flames, but she's read quite a few fan fictions for ACOTAR. I got the rest of from what I didn't see as I flipped through and like detailedly skimmed through this book, I picked up from fan fiction about what happened. It's fine. I know it happened.
It's fair.
But yeah, no, I want that. That's the book I want. I want the Autumn Court book where it's about Eris and like how his dad gets his ass handed to him by Helion. So I want to read that book. That would be a good book.
Maybe the next ACOTAR book is gonna be that one. Who knows?
Now, honestly, yeah, it could go in any direction. So, but yeah, we need to get into Prythian. It just has to be pre-ACOTAR, so we can square away. Yeah, we can just like there has to be like a good point between Prythian and ACOTAR. There's a good amount of time. There's a few hundred years from the moment that Tamlin's parents die before like Amarantha comes into play. So like we just need to pre-Amarantha. Okay, we need to get you in there. We need to get you secured with Cassian first. Put a ring on that shit, and then we could get down, and we will immediately know that we just need to fucking kill Amarantha, just like straight up. So,
facts.
Just go from there. Just rewrite it.
If you and I were in Prythian, like Amarantha wouldn't even be a thing.
Mm-mm.
Like Hybern would be dead before anyone ever hears about him.
And just be like, hey, I found this cauldron, right? So, did the book say where he found it? Because I know it was found. I don't remember if it says where he found it.
I don't remember.
Me neither. Okay, if we get taken to the world of Prythian, I'm gonna need to take a bag with me so I can just shove all the books in it. So I can be like, hello, reference material, thank you. So we can go from there, because I'm gonna need at least the first like 3. I don't think the Silver Flames has lore stuff in it too. Okay, we'll take all of them just to be on the safe side. But yeah, no, I'll just like throw them all in a bag, and it's just, and if anybody asks, it's like, what are these? Oh, I'm a seer.
I'm a seer.
I'm a seer. I wrote it all down. They're possible futures, not just one of many possible futures. Don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need, Cassian doesn't need to know who Nest is. It's fine. It's fine. Just have to kind of keep that to ourselves.
Even then, like, if we get into the ACOTAR world before it's ACOTAR, before Amarantha, it's like, Feyre never comes to, even if she does.
Yeah. Feyre and Tamlin can spend their happily ever after together. So, you know, I mean, not that I was looking for Rhys, though. So, I mean, if she wants to be with Rhys, that's fine. And
That's
I'm
totally
pretty
fine.
sure Feyre's relationship with Tamlin would have fallen apart at some point anyway, even without external forces on it.
Without
But
external forces.
it just might have taken like a century or so before it happened. So
It's
we would
when
have
she,
it would
if
just be
she ever learns to read.
Yeah, that's fair.
In the spring court.
Exactly. It would take like 100 years or so before like she bothers to learn how to read and all that, and eventually her relationship with Tamlin would fall apart. But what we'd need to do is you and I would have to start by finding the cauldron so that we could become immortal.
That's true.
Because
Step
what the
one.
hell is the point of having like a forever if it's only a human lifespan long with this guy who's not going to age? Because if we're gonna get you with Cassian, like it has to be a little more than that. So
facts. This is facts.
Yeah. So we need to find the cauldron first. Then we need to get turned into immortals, and then we need to figure out how to destroy the cauldron. And
so no one else can become immortal.
I guess that even they didn't destroy the cauldron, did they? They gave it to the seraphim.
They gave it to the seraphim.
Yeah.
To keep out of harm's way or whatever.
Okay, so we need to find the cauldron, put the legs on the cauldron, become immortal, then hide the cauldron. Which, to be fair, after we become immortal, we could then go find, like Rhys and Cassie and be like, hey, could you take this to the island and have them hide it, please? Just like,
they'll be like, who are you?
And just maybe have Cassie and Az like break off the legs back again and be like, why did you put it together? A prophecy? It's written down. Show them the ACOTAR book. It's only the first one. In case anybody wants, because like, if anybody wants Rhys, I mean, because like, if we bring Aaron, maybe she wants Rhys. I don't know.
She does want Rhys.
So she can have Rhys. I don't want Rhys, so she can have Rhys. You can have Cassian, and we'll just show them just the first ACOTAR book so that Rhys doesn't get interested in Feyre. So
that's fair.
Go from there.
That's so fair.
So what we need to do is come in a couple hundred, there's like a couple hundred years before when Tamlin's family dies, and then when Amaranth shows up. So we need to come in at the closer end of that, so that we have like we've got time to find the cauldron, put the legs on the cauldron, then master our immortality, because Rhysand is going to try and read your mind, right? He's going to try and read your mind. And so you need to learn and focus how to block that shit out. So you're going to need time to practice with that. So yeah, we're going to need some time here. So the earlier end, closer to the Black Cauldron movie, is when we need to come into this, but preferably post that movie, because I don't want Rhysand to be a girl. Anybody who has not listened to that episode or read ACOTAR, this has made no sense at all. Not a single word that has come out of our mouths in the last 15 minutes has made any fucking sense to anyone who has not specifically listened to our Black Cauldron episode and read ACOTAR. Like, they have no fucking clue what I just said, what either of us have just said. We have just gone off a total weird left turn tangent away from Hocus Pocus into the ACOTAR series.
ACOTAR is a way of life, all right? It will permeate every moment of our lives.
And it's just like, even with all of my issues with it, I think about it a stupid amount. I sometimes just sit here arguing tropes with myself and be like, well, but this, and then you get involved in the fan fiction, and it's like, but these, and you're like, oh, but those.
Oh, but those.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, well, we appreciate you guys joining us for both Hocus Pocus and whatever this last couple of minutes of a journey have been, because they've been something. We totally recommend for this Halloween you guys go watch Hocus Pocus. Maybe go read ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. If anybody hasn't done that yet, go do that. It's definitely worth it. Please don't be a Tamlin. And quite frankly, for this movie, don't be a Max, at least in the beginning. Later half of the movie, Max is fine.
If you are a virgin and come across a black flame candle, do not light it.
Please. And fill all of your hula hoops with salt.
I mean, if you are going to light it, call us.
No.
Because yes.
No.
Call us.
Why?
Why? Because I want to deal with the Sanderson sisters. It's like, yo, bitch, how do I become one of you?
I mean, that's fair. They're not going to like kill you because you're not a kid. So you could just be like, so you need help?
Yeah. Right? It's like, how can I help? Oh, you need kids? I know where to take you. You have plenty of areas around here.
Just introduce them to Disneyland. It sounds so bad. Even in context, this is not great, Ani. This is not great. We're gonna end this episode before somebody fucking calls the cops, girl. Like, no. We do not advocate the taking of children for sacrificial purposes for Disney witches. Please. Please know that the Sorry Not Sorry generation does not support that. We do not support that, Ani. We do not, Ani.
You know, Walt himself said that the number of adults to children at Disneyland was 4-1. You would always find more adults than kids at Disneyland. So, let's get rid of all the other children.
You just want Disney to yourself.
I do. I want it to be without children.
Disney days, where it's just Disney adult days?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I heard something that like Disney was experimenting with doing adult-only Disney days, where the kids weren't allowed in the park if they're like 18 or under, or 16 or under, or something like that.
Huh.
So, I mean, I don't know how true it is, and I don't know if it's your park or my park, but I saw something on it, I think on Instagram the other day. They
Disney
were
World.
Disney World.
Yeah. Adult-only days coming to Disney World this fall.
Well, maybe by the time you guys get here for your vacation, maybe one of those days, one of the other parks will have, adult-only days.
I love how this blog starts. Are you tired of being hit by strollers at Disney? Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. What about not being able to see fireworks because there's a kid on the shoulders in front of you? Yes.
It's fair. It's fair.
Disney announced they will be... Go away. Offering adult-only days at Disney World in the fall.
Well, in all honesty, they're trying that out here. I can't imagine that they're not gonna, if it's successful, and I can't imagine that it won't be successful.
I'm sorry. It gets better. Disney continues to struggle to generate revenue. Their stocks keep going lower each day. It stems from poor management and bad decisions. For example, Furry Day had a huge negative impact on Disney.
What day?
Furry Day.
I missed that memo. Disney, your first thought for themed days was Furry Day. Not adults only day, not like, I don't fucking know, literally absolutely anything else whatsoever, literally anything. You went straight to Furry Day.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a choice. That's a choice that's going to go down in Disney history for all eternity, and they will have to live with that repercussion. But yeah, I can't imagine adult-only Disney days not being wildly successful, so maybe they'll eventually bring it out to your park.
Oh, God, I hope. Can you imagine?
That would be nice.
But then again, it says, okay, adults-only day should be 21 and above. I get 18-year-olds are adults,
yeah,
but there's alcohol in these parks.
Yeah.
Let it be a 21 and over day.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see that. That would be cool, though.
Also,
I'm really surprised they're risking that, because I can't imagine how many outraged, angry parents there's going to be that they can't take their kid here. And it's like, it's supposed to be a park for kids. It's like, yeah, but our money comes from the adults. Unless those little kids are going to get a job. The money comes from
that you won't get them.
Yeah.
Where you have the adults who have their own money to spend.
It's like they're
looking buy the things they want.
They're looking specifically to target the younger generations who don't have children and have money to spend. It's just like they're targeting a specific audience with these, and it will work. So maybe they'll bring it out to California.
I'm also totally behind having like decade days. Like only if you're like in your 30s, you can go on these days. Like these days are for the 20-year-olds. These days are for the 40s. It's like, it's fine. I want to be surrounded by people my age range. I don't want to be surrounded by 18-year-olds.
I think it would be an interesting way to try and find a date. You go to the park knowing that these people are all within your age range and be like, ha-ha! It's like, okay. That's when you'd have to like wear a shirt that just says "I am single, looking for a Disney adult. Let's go."
Single and ready to mingle.
Yeah, it's just like single and ready to ride the haunted mansion. Like, let's go. That would be fun.
To ride the haunted mansion.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. They have sweethearts night. They should have singles night.
Yeah, it's true.
Just like okay. All right.
From the vast genres that we've covered.
Just so many things have happened in the last like 20 minutes. But we want to thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you are enjoying our spooky month. And we will see you in the next one.
Huzzah!
Bye!
Bye! Tune in next week for more fuckery because we have some serious questions and concerns.